Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. I want to talk to you about high blood pressure real quick. I want to first say this. You may from time to time see me stumble. You'll see me refer to my notes as well. My mind is full all of the time, just dealing with everyday life. And I'm a human being, I'm a man, just like you're men and women watching me out here. We all have issues that we have to address from day to day, personally, business, and so forth. So I'm no different. I know a lot of people look up to me and respect me and the information that I share, but just understand that I'm always involved in trying to provide something of value for people that I care about, and I care about you, my audience, as well. So this is about high blood pressure. I know about this because I've had to deal with high blood pressure myself. I'm going to say this to you. There's something that doctors call essential hypertension or high blood pressure. That means they don't have an answer to why you have it outside of the normal reasons that you may have it, diet and such. But there's a so-called, again, essential. I don't know why they say essential, but anyway, that's what it's called. Nevertheless, having high blood pressure can cause various things. It could cause kidney damage. It could cause uh, a stroke, heart attack over time, and various other issues. So I'm going to tell you many of the reasons that we have high blood pressure. Understand this, all of us that were born into this world were not given an instruction book. There's some things over a period of time in our lives that we have to learn on our own, trial and error. We're taught some things by family, school, institutions, and so forth. But this belongs to me, just like your body belongs to you. You are the caregiver, the caretaker of your own real estate. So here are the things, the culprits of high blood pressure, hypertension, for the most part. The reason you have it. One is dehydration, lack of water, fluid. Understand, comprehend that dehydration is not just simply water, it's the electrolytes and or minerals contained therein. That's proper hydration. Second thing is a lack of salt. Did you know that you need salt in your body? It is a necessary element. You need salt for you to be able to absorb water on a cellular level. Number three, dark green vegetables. What's in the dark green vegetables? Minerals, especially an essential heart mineral, magnesium and potassium. You need that. Number four, a lack of sun. What's in the sun? They call it the sunshine vitamin, vitamin D. Vitamin D does not come from the sun. That's a misconception, misinformation. But we need the sun for vitamin D. So what happens is the ultraviolet rays from the sun upon our skin affects the cholesterol underneath our skin, and the cholesterol within that process, it creates vitamin D. That's where vitamin D comes from. Okay, number five, table salt. Table salt is not good for you. Sodium chloride is table salt. You have to have all of the necessary minerals working in tandem or in conjunction with one another to have a proper balance in your body. Just those two minerals alone are harmful to your body. Table salt, sodium chloride. You just can't get by with that. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why we have had problems with some of our hypertension over the years, is because we are using the wrong salt. Yes, that little blue cylindrical container. I won't mention the name. You know what it is. 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6 would be inactivity. My dear friends, this kills us. Do you recall when you were a child what you did as a child? 1 years old, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and up. You played. You ran. You jumped. You climbed. You swam. Played basketball. If you were a young lady, you played hopscotch. You played tetherball. All types of sports, or sporting activities, if you will. You were always rambunctious. Why is it that when we get older we stop doing that? I'm not going to say playing. Why are we less active when we get older? Does society tell us to not be active anymore? You have to use your heart muscle, ladies and gentlemen. It's a muscle. It must be exercised, not just sedentary, just sitting here, laying there. You have to exercise your heart muscle by activity. And I mean more than just simply walking from point A to point B. You have to exercise your heart muscle, because once you do on a regular basis, it becomes stronger and stronger. But guess what? As you age, it becomes weaker and weaker when you don't have very much activity. All right. A high intake of sugar. Yes, processed, refined sugar. My dear friends, my students, my family, my associates out there listening to me right now, sugar is not food. Sugar is carcinogenic to the body. It tastes good. Trust and believe, I know. I love me some chocolate chip cookies. I do. I love chocolate cake. But the problem that we have is this: an overindulgence of anything can be detrimental to us in our physiology. That's the problem. So we need to get away from the refined foods. Number 8, fat. You need to have fat in your body, ladies and gentlemen. Fat is an essential element for metabolism. It is an essential element. Without it, you're going to die. You have to have fat. We'll talk about that a little later in another video. The last one that I had down here for causes of high blood pressure or hypertension: uncontrolled stress. You know this. There are things that we can't control outside of us that are stressful. Dealing with getting to work on time, dealing with raising your family, your children, dealing with being unemployed, maybe, dealing with maybe even a death in the family, dealing with health problems in general. That's stress. Dealing with the economy. But what about the things that you deal with from day to day that you control? There are things that you control in your own life, such as your finances. Not making enough money. Have you ever considered getting an additional job, a part-time job, to assist what you already having in income? Have you? What about a bad or poor relationship, someone who's abusing you, a spouse or another relative, or even a friend or neighbor? Can you control those things? Undue stress, continuous stress every single day, that can cause your blood pressure to stay spiked up all the time. Get rid of the things that you have control over, is what I'm telling you. Now, on the things that cause hypertension or high blood pressure, I just kind of scaved over them. Now, here are some remedies or some things that we must change in our lives. This is what you need. These are natural blood thinners. Okay? I'm sorry about that interruption. That was my mailman. But anyway, blood thinners. You want to keep your arteries flexible, flaccid if you will, elastic, and not rigid. So you need to watch what you put in your mouth, your diet, and to keep your blood thin like it's supposed to be, 2 to 2.5 liters of water a day. It's good. We need fluid every single day, right? Celtic salt, CELTIC, Celtic salt has 80 plus minerals that your body needs. Or Himalayan sea salt, same thing. So I would suggest to you Celtic salt and or Himalayan sea salt. Cayenne pepper is good for blood thinning as well. Now, before I continue, let me say this. Please ask your doctor, consult your physician before you go on any type of diet or change your diet in any kind of way that could possibly interfere with a medication that you may already be on. Okay? So now, I've given my public announcement, so to speak. Garlic. Garlic is a blood thinner, a natural blood thinner, also a natural antibiotic. Yes, it is. Ginger is another good herb for the same purpose. Omega 3s, you can find those in your fish, in your shellfish. Omega 3s, plentiful. Olive oil, extra virgin, flax seeds, and chia seeds. So, I'm sure you're going to benefit from this information. But let me tell you something that you need to watch out for. The over-the-counter types of things, pharmaceutical drugs in general. This is by prescription, what I'm getting ready to tell you. Something called warfarin, buyers beware, and Coumadin. Those are pharmaceuticals. Also called Jantoven, a blood thinner. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen, ever beats that which is natural. Understand that anything that man concocts and puts together, you gotta watch out for it. Stay as close to nature as you possibly can, because why? We are nature. And so the only thing that should be going into us as nature should be natural things as well. That was it, and that was all for this particular installment. If you have any questions on the subject, please feel free, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll try my best to address it. Until then, I'll see you next time. Brother Teacher.